If you're feeling unmotivated, it could be because you're using the wrong kind of motivation. Psychological science has shown us that there are two types. You've got intrinsic motivation and you've got extrinsic motivation. Intrinsic motivation is when you want to do something. It's when the thing that motivates you to engage in the behavior is the enjoyment that you derive from actually doing that. Whereas extrinsic motivation is when there are external factors that cause you to do what you're doing. Or when you're doing what you're doing, not because of the enjoyment of the activity, but because of something you would get at some later stage. Now, there was a psychological experiment done to see what kind of motivation would be better. What the researchers did is they took children who liked drawing and split them into two groups. One group they didn't give any rewards to for drawing, and the other group they gave some rewards after they drew. And what the research showed was that the children who weren't in the group that were rewarded actually continued to draw when they were at home, whereas the children that were rewarded for drawing didn't draw as much. Now, this seems counterintuitive because we try to motivate people by rewarding them, but actually psychological science is showing that a more durable kind of motivation comes from doing something just because you enjoy it. And this is because that source of motivation never runs out. Whereas if you make the behavior contingent on the reward, when the reward disappears, so does your motivation. And sometimes the reward itself makes you forget that you actually enjoy what you're doing. This is why people who start off enjoying playing the piano end up hating it because of how much they have to practice for a concert. This is why people who enjoyed running in high school end up hating it because they have to compete in tournaments and because it becomes about the medal that you get at the end. And so if you want to create real motivation for your behavior, start to get in touch with the enjoyment that you get from it. Rather than thinking about the status, the accolades, the medals, the money, just spend some time thinking about what it is that you enjoy about that activity and immerse yourself in that experience moment to moment. And if you do that right, you'll have an endless source of motivation. If you know someone who's feeling unmotivated, make sure to share this video with them.